Avi
Hi, Avi.
is Avi is my husband. He's also a professor, and he also deals with real estate. So this is Yuval Avi,
I
and
see.
Hi, Avi.
Hi.
and
Nice to
so
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
so what he is. We have basically a few minutes, Avi. So he was
Go ahead.
telling me about. I wasn't aware that they're also having their development work is done in Tel Aviv, and their sales, I guess, is from Miami. You have other cities or
Around the U.S. Yeah.
U.S. And I think I told you about their idea
Yes.
of
So,
making an,
mortgage.
but it's all digital. And
Uh,
then, are you doing certain countries, or this is you're focusing in Yuba?
So we work in 41 states, and the countries that can work with us are countries that are not limited by the U.S. regulator. So no Syria, no Iran, no Venezuela, all the countries that have AML or terrorist or whatever activity we can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only mortgages, it's entity formation, banking, insurance, foreign exchange, plus a loan. The whole idea is an end-to-end solution. Everything they need happens on the platform.
So they go through. They have to come through a realtor, or they say, "Hey, can they go directly to you and say,
They can come directly to me as well. I found a property, or I'm in the process of looking for a property.
So if I'm in the
Different
process,
scenario.
so if I'm in the process of looking for a property, what will you do then? I say I want to invest
Then,
in Miami. Let's say
so you usually will come to me and say, I want to get pre-qualified.
yes.
Because sellers, we want to see you have money. Then we start processing your information, get you pre-qualified, and get through the process. When you find a property, we just go through the
And
underwriting and closing.
I have to or my you set me up with a realtor and they find the property. Is that it?
So
You're not involved.
usually you come with a realtor. Sometimes we will refer you to a preferred realtor network if you don't have a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have an asset in mind, we're ready to close. It's like, think about it like Amazon marketplace, that you have a product and we do the fulfillment plus Klarna. We don't hold the inventory, but when you're ready to roll, the client doesn't know if it's a car, last mile solution,
So in
drone,
right.
AI,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But
Same thing.
but if I'm in I'm a
let me
realtor.
talk to
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, sure.
What we are doing is we are doing a live streaming of open house. If I'm a seller and I'm telling you I have 3 properties in Miami that I want to sell, you cannot help me, can you?
No, I'm helping buyers,
The
not
buy.
sellers.
Yeah, so it is not a complete solution. You know what I mean?
So he
What we want to do is
you want to
end
take
to
over?
end.
I need to
Yes,
just go to another meeting.
if
Hold
you
on.
end to end solution without any miss.
Agents.
No, there are agents, but there are no missing gaps in the way that you operate. So what we
Yeah.
do is you come to us, buyers, sellers, it doesn't matter what you are. But I just want to give you the case study so you will understand what we are doing that you are not. Uh,
Okay.
so
Would love to read.
Uh, so I want you to understand before if there's any point in meeting that is mutually beneficial. So you have to
Okay.
understand what we are doing, and we are doing things that nobody else is doing. With mortgage, you have only 10 million mortgage companies that compete with you. What
But
we
I'm
are
not a
doing,
lender. Let me repeat. I don't care about the mortgage. Mortgage is one part of what I do. I get their money across the board. I do the foreign exchange, entity formation, banking, plus a mortgage. All the others, they give me a mortgage, get rid of the user. Then the user is in my platform. He has a banking platform, a forex platform, asset management platform.
but you have you forget the single most important thing here. The single most important thing is to sell. If you can
I know, but it's
facilitate, if you have a monopoly on selling it somehow, then you are in the business. If there is no
true.
sale, if there's no sale, you have no business.
I agree. But for me to convince the client and work between buyer and seller, there's no tech. So it's the realtor's role or platform role that will convince the client to close. And once they're ready, they come to me for checkout.
So look, my brother is the chief engineer of Mobileye, and
Mm-hmm.
he sold it to Intel for $16 billion. And then
Mm-hmm.
after Intel bought it for $16 billion, they opened it to the market and doubled it to $32 billion. I don't know if you are aware of who Mobileye is and so on.
Of course.
But
I'm on board.
anyways, that made all the top managers and owners multi-millionaires and billionaires. So with this kind of money, he decided to buy properties for his children and his family, but he's not going to fly to the United States every time there is an
Of
open
course.
house. The
Agree.
key to the success of a business like you is if you can monopolize somehow the sales and get an edge over everybody else. To be just a bank and this and that, you have to facilitate the sale in a way that nobody else can, and that is what we are doing. So if you
No,
want
I
to
agree.
buy or sell, let's say that you are my brother and you have all of a sudden uh, $500,000 at the beginning and then a few $1 billion, and you want to invest in the United States and buy your children a house. And you're not going to go to every open house and start dealing with all kinds of things. What we do is
I agree.
we will stream for you live open houses, and we will bring you from Israel to the
What's the
open
name?
house
I mean, what's the
virtually.
name of the platform? What's the name of the platform?
It's right now it's in development, so it's not released yet, and we are working with a University of Miami. Students are interns. Since the realtors are not sophisticated enough to deal with any streaming and any technology, they have their hands full, but just
Showing houses.
blabbing away and showing the property. We get interns that are students in computing technology and so on, and they do the live streaming, and they come to the open house. And if the open house is busy, of course, is not busy, of course, it's not a problem, because then the foreigner guest in the open house can talk directly to the realtor or the students that is presenting the open house. And otherwise, in a more challenging case is when the guests are coming to the open house, and then the intern is telling them, look, we are going to stream the meeting, so I want you to know that if we have somebody from Israel that is talking to us in the middle about what we are showing you, we will try to accommodate them and answer their question. So sometimes we have
Got it.
something like you have all kinds of mobsters in Miami that are coming and they don't want to be seen anywhere because they are laundering money or have all kinds of issues which are beyond the scope of this discussion. And they tell me, look, I don't want to be seen, I don't want to be heard, and so on. We are telling them, look, we can stop the streaming once we finish with the remote guests, and then talk to you and make sure that it is not going anywhere. Or otherwise, a lot of people say, I don't care what you do, just show me the property and let me see if it is something that I want to buy. And so
Yep.
we walk around and we stream it. And if we have family members, like in my case, some family members are in Israel and some are all over the world, we even stream it live while we do a Zoom session with them in the property. We stream it live worldwide, and we give them the URL, and they can all join unauthenticated to the open house. And so the key is to facilitate the sale and have a monopoly on an advantage that nobody else does. And
Okay.
that is what we are doing. We have another appointment, so we have to wrap it up. But I wanted
It's
to
okay.
give you an
Sounds good.
idea
Yeah, I
of
would love to
maybe
get some more
how we can
information when it's live.
collaborate. But I think you got the idea.
Yeah, I got the idea. Let
Eh,
me know when it's up and running or stuff I can see, which is interesting, like which brokerages or that home sellers you're working with and which type of property types, and then we'll do another call and meet face to face in
We are
Miami.
open to everybody, but another important thing is to reverse engineer the algorithms of Google, YouTube, and all the search engines, so we top the search engine with our stuff. So I give you a phone number that is a vanity phone number. For example, you see it on my hat.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
I
read?
see it.
What does
Yeah,
it
yeah.
say?
runbotseo.com.
That's right. So that is a
Info site.
domain name and a vanity phone number, and we top the search engine with our stuff. So if we do an open house, you'll type in our vanity phone number, and it will say on the top of YouTube, for example, live now, and you click on it, and you'll be in a live open house. But anyways, that wraps up. We have to go to another meeting, so let's stay in touch and see if there is any basis for collaboration.
Sounds good.
And also, if you want to be a guest speaker on a platform like to come to the university as a guest speaker and explain your model and so on, we can do that. Or in other shows, like we are primarily involved in AI shows and IT, like IT Expo, or there's a conference now in Las Vegas about AI. That may be also a possibility. Let me give you back Sarah so she can wrap it up with you. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Bye, Avi.
Bye.
Bye, Avi.
Okay, so let me know.
Send me the timelines.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell you what the available timeline, and you just can come in, and it'll be interesting. And I don't know if you're interested in any interns. That may be also a possibility. You can
Sure.
see.
I'll need to speak to my engineering.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
Right, and engineer, and even in art students, maybe in sales as well. Okay,
Sounds
great.
Good. Bye.
See you.
Shabbat
Bye.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.